Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bullion Bullz. This is our first stream that we are live streaming. We're just waiting for 9:30 a.m. for equities market to open. Good morning, everyone. While we wait for that, I'll go through. Welcome to Bullion Bullz. This is our first, the different indicators that you see on your screen that we are live streaming and how they will help us make our decisions. We're just waiting for Bullion Bullz 9:30 is bringing for you equities market to open. Good morning, everyone. That would focus on wait for that systematic way of trading. Welcome to Bullion Bullz. This is our first, the different indicators to make our decisions. Screen that we are live streaming and how they will help us make our decisions. We're just waiting for
Bullion Bullz oscillator.
Bullion Bullz 9:30
is bringing taking trades in the direction
market
of
to
the
open.
oscillator because the bias that we decided through the systematic way of trading.
Welcome to Bullion Bullz. This is our
trading structure would be decided
indicators
our
that
making
you see on the
decisions.
screen that we are live streaming
AI
and
system,
how they will help us make our
turns
decisions. Waiting
purple
for
Bullion Bullz oscillator.
Bullion
The
Bullz
price
9:30
is
bringing
aggressively
trades
moving
in the
towards
equities
direction
market
of
to
the
open.
oscillator.
Because
All entries
the
are
bias
confirmed
confirmed
through the
systematic
all
way of
all
trading.
entries have a
Welcome to
confirmed
Bullion Bullz.
volume
This is our
structure
first,
would
the
be
different
decided this
indicators
or
that
making
you see
here.
on the screen
Bullion
that we are
Bullz
live
trend
streaming
master
and how
helps us
they
see
will
the
help us
volume
make our
surge
decisions.
and take the trades in our direction aggressively moving towards the
equities
direction
market
of
to
the
open.
This is our first live
All
stream, so
entries
these are some of the
confirmed
things I want to
through
do.
the systematic
All
way of
all
trading.
entries have a
Welcome to Bullion Bullz. This is
volume
our
structure.
first,
What we are trying to achieve here is we are trying to get you to think in a systematic way,
see the volume
because this is
surge
where
and
you will become a disciplined trader. You'll be able to sit on your hands. You'll be able to.
This is our first live stream, so
wait. These are some of the things I want to do. And this channel is actually created as a journal. What we are trying to achieve here, I want to have it as a trading journal to think in a systematic way. It's really important to journal your trades, to ensure that you'll be able to sit on your hand, look at your mistakes, you'll be able to further improvise to ensure that you can then increase your profitability as a journal. What we are trying some of the things I want to have it as a trading journal to think in a systematic way. It's really important to journal your trades, to ensure that you'll be able to sit on your hand, look at your mistakes, be able to further improvise to ensure that you can then the only news that's coming out is the journal president. Some of the things I want to have as a trading journal. It's at 10:30 a.m. my time. So I'm at Mountain Standard Time. So which is 2 hours. Which is coming out today. 2 hours. Like we are the only what are we like? It's 9:30. It's going to be 9:30 Eastern. So it's going to be 7:30 MST. So my time it's 10:30. I'm at Mountain Standard Time. So we will keep that in mind when we are trading. Now here you can see 2 hours that we have the oscillator pointing towards buy. So we're only looking towards buy direction. It's 9:30 and 9:30 Eastern. We have it's going to be 7:30 price action pointing towards bullishness. So my time it's 10 and the volume is also pointing towards bullishness. However, we had missed. We will keep that in mind, which would have been somewhere here. Now here you can so we'll wait for a better entry point towards buy. So we're only looking towards buy direction. We have missed already, and we don't want to jump in. Price action pointing towards bullishness. So let's see how this goes. And I also wanted to share with you. However, we had missed. We will keep that volatility, which would have. So we have. We can assess. So we'll wait for through our average ATR, the average true rate we have, which is the ATR. This helps you don't want how much risk you want to take on a trade. If you want to risk more on a trade, and I also wanted to share with you, then this has to be volatility, which means there is less volatility per candle. So even if it goes against you, you're not going to lose a lot. Right? Average true rate. But if these are big, it's a big number. You want to risk less on the trade. Risk you want to take on a trade. So yeah, these are some things you want to risk that we'll discuss today. And I also just wait for our setup. Then we will only be taking 1 to 2 trades per session. There is less volatility. We will try to stream. So even if it goes against you, you're not going to lose a lot. Right? New York session, Asian session, you want to risk less on the trade. Hopefully, the London session. So you'll see us, and we will only be streaming for 2 hours, which is going to be the most volume for the day. There is less volatility because this system works best when there's a lot of volume. New York session, Asian session, hopefully do let me know if you have any questions with regards to it. And we'll only be streaming for 2 hours as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. And reason because this system works best when there's a lot of volume. New York session, Asian session, hopefully do let me know if you have any questions right now has is clearly dominating on the buy system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. So right now it's 9:27. So it's pretty risky right now to trade right at this level. We'll just wait till 7:30 as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. So right now it's 9:27. So it's pretty risky right now to trade right at this level. We'll just wait till 7:30 as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. So right now it's 9:27. So it's pretty risky right now to trade right at this level. We'll just wait till 7:30 as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. So right now it's 9:27. So it's pretty risky right now to trade right at this level. We'll just wait till 7:30 as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. So right now it's 9:27. So it's pretty risky right now to trade right at this level. We'll just wait till 7:30 as the system is evolving and getting better. Volume for the day. There's a lot of buyers in the market compared to sellers. Again, we are waiting for when there's a lot of volume. New York session, 9:30 a.m. open. Asian session. Yeah, we're about to start in about 1 minute. Yeah, the market is looking bullish. This is an extremely good and trending market. So hi again, guys, welcome to Bullion Bullz live streaming. This is our first ever live stream today. The markets are now open and we can see we're getting our first signal here. Everything is pointing towards buy. As long as this closes, we will be able to take our trade. If this closes bullish, and then we're going to push stop right below this and target a minimum 1 to 2, right? Yeah. Just going to wait. We're waiting for the candle close. And we're in. Yeah, these you want to follow the methodology that we are using here instead of just copying the trades, because it's really important that you manage your risk. And on this channel, you just want to learn. You want to learn the systematic way of trading,
systematic way of thinking, following a rule-based approach, and understanding how volume, price structure, and a bias for the day can help you become a profitable trader. So guys, we are in the trade right now. So I'm just gonna wait. So guys, you can see that our volume is really heavy on, like, the buyers are very strong in the market, and that's why we're seeing that push to the upside. We are still managing our risk because our strategy allows us to do that. So stop is right below the band. If price reverses, closes below the band, closes below here, we will just close the trade. However, price is looking extremely bullish. Oscillators are pointing toward the bull side, and we would wait for minimum 1:2 setup. All trades on this channel, we will be targeting a minimum 1:2. Yes, the diamond that you see here is more about the volume concentration. If the volume is extremely strong on a certain candle, you will see diamond forming on the chart. So I'll just recap do a quick recap. Why did we take this trade? We took this trade because, number one, our bias for the day was based on these oscillators, right? So we rely on 4 time frames: 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30 minute. So our number one rule is we want to understand our bias for the day. Our bias for the day is going to come from these 4 time frames and overall longer term time frame. So everything was pointing towards bullishness. That's why our bias for the day is looking for only buys. The signal that you see, the buy signal here, is part of our strategy which utilizes the band itself that you see, and the band is actually also the indicator that helps us see the price action in the market as well. And it's only because of the price action, the price structure, that eventually we decided to take the trades. You will see different entry points, and these entry points are mainly based on price structure at different levels, which we have determined have an optimal our optimal point of entry, and you will be able to get best entries at these levels. We have categorized our setups like any trading system would do. We have an A plus setup, we have an A setup, and a C setup. We would risk the most on an A plus setup. We will we'll risk less on an A setup and least on C setup. So far the trade is going in our favor, and the stream is doing well. This is our first trade of the day. Let's see how this goes if we do hit our TP. Do let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns. Yeah, I'm actually live streaming this, so you guys you guys need to watch. Don't risk your money. First, learn how to trade, because remember, this is something that shaped my journey. If someone gives you fish every single day, your livelihood relies on them giving you the fish. But if someone teaches you how to fish, then you can yourself go and fish and make sure that the food is on your table, right? So this is an approach that you need to keep in your mind when you come to trading, because it's a journey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to take time. And the reason I was able to develop this strategy is because of the time that I have spent in this market. It has almost been 5 years. Me and my team actually built this strategy. And you can see there is a lot more conviction on the trades that we will take on this channel, because you can see the buyers are extremely heavy. The buyers are just having so much control on the price that there's only 43 buyers versus 28,000 buyers versus 265 sellers. And the diamond that you see on the chart is pointing towards volume aggressiveness in a single candle. And you can see the band has turned from green to purple. This is our AI algorithm, which is telling us that the price should show some momentum now going forward. The bias is still bullish. Volume is still heavy on the buy side. Diamond is still forming. And we're still waiting for our, price target to hit. Do let me know if you guys have any questions. It's a very self-evident system you can see here. Uh, and this is the beauty of systematic trading. When you are a systematic trader, you don't rely on discretion, which 100%, like almost 90% of YouTubers do that, right? We have built this system taking into account the liquidity, the price structure, and times when market should be traded versus time when market should not be traded. And this has all come through almost 5 years of trading experience. Yeah, we'll be actually live streaming for 2 hours. So from 9:30 to 11:30. We will get, we'll have losses. We will have losses. This is actually really good for our first live stream that we were able to make. We're able to hit our profit target. But like every trader, every good trader is going to have losses. In this profession, you cannot only expect gains. You have to expect losses, because losses actually shape your journey and make you stronger as a trader. We can still see that we are very, very strong on the buy side compared to the sell side. And everything is pointing towards us, hitting our profit target. Also, something that has helped me become a good trader is, I did my personality test. And that personality test actually showed that I am more of an analytics person. And that's where my actual journey started in trading. Once I realized that I'm an analytical person, I knew that I naturally would lean towards systematic way of trading. I want systems. I want to see certain things aligning together for me to actually open a trade in the market. Don't get me wrong, there are different types of trading methodologies, but you got to rely on methodology that aligns with your personality. We're still very, very strong on the buy side. You guys can see that. We have hit our profit target. Yeah, it was a great trade, guys. It was a great trade. We were able to take the TP, and it's only because we had certain things going in our favor. We had our bias, which came through our oscillator, which tells us that we are extremely bullish. Next was our band pointing towards, bullish price structure. And last but not the least was actually our volume, which is still very, very bullish if you look at it, right? So you have buyers in the market. There are 33,000 buyers and only 594 sellers in the market. And you can see how the price is moving in our direction. We were able to hit our TP. So we took one trade for the day so far. We'll wait for a pullback in the market and try to take another trade in our direction. Normally, when you're trading cash, in such a move, we will be able to stay longer inside a trade because our system is actually allowing us to stay inside the trade. Where people will get scared, our system will keep us in the trade longer. Yeah, guys. So we're just still waiting. We would like to see a pullback, and then we would like to enter on a pullback, right? Because pullbacks are the best way to get your entry. With our strategy, you can enter in like on momentum. Whenever there's momentum in the market, you can enter. But for the purpose of this live stream, I would like to focus on low risk entries and a more structured approach. So for any new traders, it's easy to follow. And this is something that you can, eventually learn yourself down the road. Maybe make your own system, learn how to do systematic trading. This would be something that you can, this could be a start of your journey where you see another type of trading system. You can see a lot of traders are doing discretionary trading online where they would draw different zones, but they're pretty much doing the exact same thing, all of them. However, we are doing something different. We're actually trading a system and a rule-based approach. And based on our uh, experience with the indicator, with the system that we have developed here, we have categorized our setups, and we will only try to take A setup and A plus setup on our streams. So the market's pretty slow right now. As you can see, we are in a range, even though the band is pointing towards being extremely bullish. If you're in a trade, means it's a good thing. However, entering into a trade at this stage of the move is highly risky. So we'll wait for a pullback, and once we get the pullback, then we would plan our entry. We would plan our next entry. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Yeah, I've not been feeling well lately. Like it's yeah, I don't know. Something is actually going around. So I've not been feeling well lately. Hopefully, I'll recover soon. Yeah, overall direction is still bullish. We're still looking for a bullish move. However, getting on a pullback is going to be, much better from a risk reward perspective. Yeah, meanwhile we're waiting for our trade, I'll just go through, why we took our trade, the reason behind the trade. So as you can see, we have our oscillator, which is right here. The oscillator was pointing towards bullish. So we normally look at 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30 minute. If all of them align together, that's the direction we will take. Next, we would confirm our price structure. If the price structure is bullish, we will wait for the bullish price structure. And finally, we will confirm our trade through the volume. If the volume is dominant in the direction which we are interested, we would then utilize volume to make our decision. So basically, there are three components of this strategy, this system. Number one, bias. Number two, price structure. Price structure. And number three, volume. We combine the three together to make our decision whether we want to buy or sell for the day. And this is going to be pretty consistent every single day. We'll use the exact same approach every single day. Sometimes we might have losses because markets are unpredictable. Nothing is guaranteed. So we advise everyone watching, please do not copy any trades that we take here. And don't risk your money because all these trades are being taken on demo account. So this is just an opportunity for you to see another form of trading. Instead of drawing zones on the chart, we are actually utilizing a rule-based approach which has proven to make you more disciplined, improve your psychology, and also increase your profitability. And this also minimizes, switching from bullish to bearish, bearish to bullish, trying to take random trades. That's what we want to avoid on this channel. We will only be taking one direction for the day. Either it will be the bull side or the bear side. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions. And so far, the market has gapped down. We just want to see a lot of the time what happens with Oanda is the price, the candle stops. We want to see other brokers to see if price is still moving. Yeah, price is still moving. So we'll just wait for a pullback and then we'll plan another entry. Yeah, we'll be actually live streaming 2 hours per day during the different sessions. I actually like to trade Asian session as well. So the same approach will be applied during the Asian session. We will try to take a minimum of 2 hours of London session as well. And then focus on very, very high volume times. Like this is a high volume time. And the system is proven through back testing that it works well during periods of high volume. Yeah, the market's kind of slow right now. There's not a lot of action going on. We're still in that pullback phase after that big push up. We took this big push almost this was the big push. Now it's pullback and we're still waiting. Yeah, if you want to be aggressive when you want to trade, you can actually take whenever a candle closes above the band, and then you can target the high right here. But for the purpose of live streaming, we're actually going to be avoiding that. We want to promote systematic way of thinking, taking trades based on system alignment, rules being followed, bias being followed, price structure, and volume. And we will avoid taking random trades. This is an opportunity to actually, build an accountability, like, have an accountability. Also, discipline. Avoid over trading, taking only the best setups, and then sharing this journey with you guys. So you can also understand that you don't only need to follow a certain type of trading methodology. You can actually be looking at system-based trading as part of your trading journey. Yeah, mainly this move that you're seeing here is because of the uncertainty due to tariffs, Trump's tariffs. And these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind when you're actually trading. So you can see we are starting to see more volume starting to come in. This was a very, very good pullback, push up, close, another trade open. Price will push aggressively to our side. But on this channel, this is another thing that once I finish the live stream, I would like to watch this recording to understand the mistakes I've made or setups that I should have taken and I did not take. And yeah, some setups are already coded into our AI system. Other setups are part of this strategy, which have been proven to do well. However, trying to be discretionary with regards to our system here just takes us away from following our rule-based approach. We don't want to deviate ourselves. We want to follow our rule-based system, and we'll only be focusing on best setups, low-risk setups, best setups, setups that have been proven to work, and setups that align with our overall bias for the day and the overall price market structure and price structure. Yeah, I would actually like to add that this stream here is only for entertainment purposes, educational purposes. Do not risk your money. Do not copy trade us. This is an opportunity for you to learn another form of trading. Learn how to trade a rule-based approach in the market, and also an opportunity to see when to enter a setup versus when not to enter a setup, and how much information you need to actually make your decision before you take a trade in the market. Because a lot of us are just in habit of just pressing buy button or sell button, and we don't want to do that, right? We want to take the best setups. We want to take the best trades to grow our accounts, to pass our prop challenges, to grow our personal accounts. And the only way you can do that is by becoming a restricted trader. And how do you become a restricted trader? You become a restricted trader by following set of rules, which are basically your filters to keep you away from bad trades. For the purpose of this live stream, means we were very, very lucky that we actually entered into a trade that went into our direction. Because think about it, right? During my research, and during this journey, I came across a short, or I think it was a podcast, where Dr. David Paul mentioned something which changed my perspective, along with Mark Douglas, who mentioned that no matter how good of a setup you have, if you don't have a set profit target or a set stop loss, you are actually putting a lot of the risk on your table. Because if you are, let's say, in a buy position and market is extremely bullish, everything is pointing towards, price pushing up, and you don't have a stop loss and not even a take profit, and let's take example of gold here, and suddenly Trump announces that there's going to be no more tariffs, what happens? Since you did not put your stop loss, you were in profit all the way here due to tariff uncertainty. There was no stop loss. What's going to happen? Price is going to aggressively reverse, and even though everything is pointing towards bullishness, it's going to reverse and turn and become bearish. So when you learn this, you realize that nothing is guaranteed in trading. You need to be very, very disciplined. You need to have your profit targets. You need to determine your stop loss, and you need to stick with it. A trader only becomes a good trader if a trader is actually a good loser. You need to become a good loser to become a good trader. And trading is the only profession. A lot of us come from 9 to 5s, right? And are trying to escape 9 to 5. Trading is actually not 9 to 5. The less you do, the more profitable you will become. This is the only profession that does not follow conventional way of thinking. In conventional thinking, in conventional way of work, the more you work, the more you're going to make. The more hours you work, the more you're going to make. But in trading, the less you work, the more you make. Which essentially tells you that you do not need to take every setup. You need to follow your rules. You need to become a restricted trader and only take best setups. Setups that have been proven to work, setups that have shown that if taken would actually lead you to profitability. Even the best traders in the world are restricted traders. Best prop firm traders, best traders who have grown their personal account, they are restricted traders. At most, at max, you want to take 1 to 2 trades per day. And if you do that, you will become profitable. Welcome everyone whoever is watching us here on live stream. Let me know if you guys have any questions. The market's become a little slow. Volume is still very, very dominant on the buy side. Yeah, on this channel, we will actually like to trade gold and silver because I've noticed, excuse me, they go really, really well. They're extremely bullish right now. Commodities are extremely bullish, at least for now. So we would only be focusing on gold and silver. However, our strategy works on pretty much everything. It works on indices, it works on, stocks, it works on crypto, and it works on gold, like commodities and oil. Like oil is also a commodity. Yeah, we can see that the volume is starting to pick up again. We're still bullish. Bias is extremely bullish. I have noticed that the volume is extremely bullish today. We can see that from price action. But we'll wait. We'll still wait because we only want to take the best setups. Because gold has tendencies to create a fake out, trap, and then reverse. Yeah, with these live streams, we'll be able to see more setups and potential setups that we can take on our live streams. But I would strictly focus for now on just A+ setups or A setups. So So one of our, so someone asked a question in the chat. Can you explain the difference between lower time frame 1 to higher time frame 1 and higher time frame 2? So it is actually, lower time frame 1 is a range, like a volume within the range of 1 minute to 3 minutes. Then lower time frame 2 has a range of volume in the range for time frames of is it 7? Yeah, 7 to 14 minutes. And then we have high time frame 1, which talks about volume, which is capturing volume of buyers that are coming in the market from almost 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then high time frame 2 is your volume anywhere from 1 hour to 8 hours. And then we aggregate all that volume. We're able to have a decision matrix, which you see on the right side, which then helps us to take these trades. So it's basically different time frames, volume being captured from different time frames, and then getting aggregated into a decision matrix, which is called the Bullion Bullz Trend Master. Yeah, anyone watching, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, and like the video. Yeah, we will also, we'll be live streaming every single day, and only be taking trades in the direction of our bias on that day. No worries, thanks. Let me know if you have any other questions. So you guys can see that 30 minutes is extremely bullish. Our AI system has turned from green to purple. Our 1 minute is extremely bullish, turned from green to purple. And yeah, so the two time frames are extremely bullish right now. However, you can see the price is actually in a range. It's in a range right now. It can break out of the range. However, we will wait for a pullback, and we will only try to take the best entries. Yeah, this channel is actually an opportunity for me to bring discipline in my trading, to have accountability on my decisions, and follow the set of rules that I've established, knowing that there are other people who are watching and learning from what I do here on this channel. I've almost now I have almost 5 years of experience in trading, and me and my team have actually built this strategy, which is proprietary to us, because I have not seen anyone using this strategy. We are the only ones in this space that are using this strategy. Yeah, mainly there is an AI system that we have used to bring in, when the price becomes extremely bullish, to detect when price becomes extremely bullish. And those are areas where, potentially we can hold our trades for longer, depending on the price action. Yeah, we also have got a decision dashboard. You can see on the right corner, we have in the right corner we have the dashboard, decision dashboard. It has, the different criterias that need to be met for us to actually look for trades. And right now the band is mixed. which tells me we want to stay out of the market. And it is also very, very consistent with the regime here, which tells us that, it's mixed. So we want to stay. If you look at the 5 minute, the candles are looking they're in a range. So we got to be very, very careful right now in the markets. Yeah, a lot of people like another thing I would like to share is how to measure the volatility in the market. How would you know that is there a lot of volatility in the market? You can actually add average true range on your chart. This tells you what's the range of a single candle in that time frame. So for example, on the 1 minute, right now the candle range is almost 40 pips. So you can kind of make a sense of, okay, how much I want to risk on a trade when a single candle's range is almost 40 pips. So it enables you to measure risk, since it's as a trader, we want to manage our risk whenever we are taking any trades. Yeah, on this channel, we're not going to be trying to take several trades. We're only going to take the best trades. We will only trade in the direction of the overall trend, because trend is your friend, right? And we will follow a rule-based approach. Strictly follow the rules that we have laid out, and just follow our rules. The market's pretty slow right now. You can see from price action, it's telling you the market's pretty slow. Yeah, for anyone new, means this is our first day of live streaming. We will be live streaming every single day, 5 days a week. We will be live streaming during the New York session, Asian session, and potentially London session. And we'll only be streaming when there is volume in the market. The price is starting to look weak. Maybe this is just a pullback, which can actually give us another entry. We just have to wait and see. To flip on the sell side for the day, we need to see the oscillator turning bearish. All of these have to turn bearish for us to look to the sell side. So right now, even though price is reversing, everything is still pointing towards bullishness. Because I've noticed in gold, in gold, when overall price is bullish and you try to take a sell, the pullbacks are very, very aggressive. As soon as it sells, there's going to be an aggressive pullback. So to avoid that, we will only focus in the direction of the trend, in the direction of higher time frame trend. Guys, we'll call it a day for today. It seems like the market's pretty slow, and it's still there's not a lot of volume coming in right now. So we can actually call it a day for today. I'll see you guys during the Asian session, and we'll try to find opportunities during that time, following our rules and following our methodology. Okay, then. See you guys. See you guys in the next live stream. Thank you for watching.